監視カメラスタッフは2020年東京オリンピックを応援しています。我々が普段目にしている世界は本当に真実の世界なのであろうか。人間の脳は無意識のうちに見なくてもいい情報を都合よくコントロールし脳内で削除しているという。しかし機械となればそうはいかない。気がつけば我々の頭上には無数の監視カメラがある。その数は日本全国に400万台以上と言われている。1日に数千万時間以上撮られる監視カメラ映像。しかしそこに映っているのは果たして我々が目にしている世界と同じものなのだろうか。あなたの頭上の監視カメラは時に死の世界を見つめる眼差しとなる。そこに映る奇怪な現象は死者の怨念や無念が形となり我々に真実を伝えようとしているのかもしれない。
Alright, I'm John.
I'm Mike.
And this is Tim.
Say hi, Tim.
He's the ghost we caught.
Yep, he's our ghost.
And we're here to talk about J-Edge again.
Yes.
Well,
John,
paranormal surveillance camera.
John, explain J-Edge.
J-Edge?
Yes.
You mean J-Edge that you can get for $3.99 a month?
Yeah, and what do you get it on?
You have to have Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
I think you literally can only get it on Amazon
Yes.
Prime.
Yeah.
It's an add-on on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. What is it? What's it called again?
It's called J-Edge.
Yeah?
It's
How much?
$3.99 a month.
How much?
Or $4.99 a month. I don't know. It's
I don't know.
something like that.
I don't know.
It's very cheap.
Yeah. What's
And
it called?
J-Edge?
Okay.
Paranormal surveillance camera?
Yes.
The best show on J-Edge.
Yes.
And that's saying a lot.
Not saying much. Why we watch this? I don't know.
Because it's amazing.
Yes.
It's so great.
Yes. No. Weird, yes. Weird, yes.
This is one of the most baffling shows I've ever
Yeah.
watched.
Yeah. For some reason, we just continue to watch it.
I've watched 19 episodes of this series so far, and
We watched a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are only like 9 episodes per season.
Yeah. And once again, you don't know what season that it's in, since it's only one season.
I feel like it might all be from the same season, but I'm
I
not
highly
sure.
doubt it.
I'm not sure if it's all like it seems like it might be bits and pieces taken from.
I
the
think
season.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're getting the best parts of the season.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I bet there are a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
That are just like.
Mm-hmm.
Because what it does is they show us all surveillance camera footage that has ghosts on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're all shitty looking.
And all the ghosts are made of CG.
Yep. Yep.
Or clip art. Or
Yep.
Photoshop.
Or just garbage. It's garbage.
It all looks bad.
Yes.
But it's so fun because
It
of
is
that.
fun.
That's why it's fun.
Because it's not quality.
It would be less fun if it was like they're trying to pass this off as real.
Right.
And it looks kind of realistic, but like they're trying to pass this off as real and it looks like crap. And that's what's amazing about it.
But you do think it is real, though. You
No.
think some of the situations are real.
I don't think they're real. I want them to be real.
Oh.
It's different.
They can be.
I want it in my heart of hearts.
They can be.
I want Kitamura to be a stalking human in real life.
God. Please, if that person does exist, don't you dare come near us. Even though we're probably the only American.
He can sign Tim.
Yeah, he could.
You should sign Tim.
It would only have to be one of us, though. Remember that.
He probably won't because he'll hate us.
Yeah.
Because we've made fun of him.
Yeah, because we're the only Americans watching.
Yeah.
That are talking about this anyway.
Well, we could be like that one guy this season who, the guy that turns into a Japanese person.
Oh, yes, that's the American Jack.
Jack turns into a Japanese person.
Yep.
His blonde hair turns black.
Yep.
And he starts only speaking Japanese.
Yep.
And can't understand English anymore. And it's a real issue because he lives in New York City.
Yes.
So our friends at Paranormal Surveillance Camera fly him to Japan.
Yep.
So that they can exorcise him.
Exorcise the demon.
With a 200-year-old exorcism cat named Toma.
Yeah. And how much did it cost?
I want to say it was
350,000 yen.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
350,000?
Yes.
That's...
For a fucking cat?
Hey, he's a 200-year-old exorcist cat?
Yes, he doesn't look more than 2 years old.
He looks like he couldn't give less of a shit.
No.
He's very much a cat.
Yeah. And when they're saying, it's looking at the orbs.
There's a part where they have the video and they're like, you can see the orbs and look, the cat's looking at them, but the cat's staring at the wall.
Yes, it's staring at the wall opposite of that.
little digital orbs going around all over the place.
Yes.
Nope, just the cat staring at the wall. And then they're like, look, the cat is going after it, and the cat's just like goes behind the curtain and is looking out the window.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden the cat is landing on him.
Well,
and
then the cat starts jumping on him, and the cat goes off screen, and then you see a cat that has clearly been thrown through the air land on him.
その3分後、突然ジョレーネコがフレームの中へと飛び込んできてジャックさんに体当たりする。ジャックさんの体から黒い粒の煙が飛び出してくるのが確認できる。何度も体に体当たりするジョレーネコの姿。その度体から黒い粒の煙が叩き出されていくのがわかる。
Yes, it is being thrown by somebody in that room.
So this poor cat gets thrown by people at least
3 times.
3 or 4
at
times.
At least 3 times.
And like every time it lands on Jack, like little CG black spirals come off of him.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then the black dots leave, and they disperse.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they go up to him and they're like, "Hey Jack, can you hear me?" And he's like, "What? I can't understand what you're saying."
Yeah. Because he's being back to an American.
Because he's an American now, and it didn't just change him visibly and speaking into an American, it made him culturally a Japanese person too.
Yes.
Because he no longer liked hamburgers and only wanted fish and rice.
Yep.
And was no longer attracted to American women and only liked Japanese women.
Yep.
And it's all because he found a doll in Akihabara, a place that I can't imagine anyone who's like, if you aren't a big fan of Japanese culture, then you don't know about this place.
No idea.
Like, you wouldn't, if you aren't big on anime and Japanese video games and stuff, you probably wouldn't go to Akihabara, because that's the entirety of that section of Tokyo's economy. It's all about, like, technology and Japanese video games and anime and manga and all of that.
Okay.
So when he says, "Oh, I was unaware of things Japanese before that, I just went to Japan for interests," it's like, no, you knew enough to be like, I want to go to, like, the anime mecca.
Right. Which I had no idea existed.
Yes, because you're not super into anime.
No. Yes, so Jack, after that, he craves a burger. So they get him a burger.
They go to Burger King, and he takes a big-ass bite out of the burger, and he goes, "This is America."
適当な割に強気で、そのくせマイペースで、ガサツな雰囲気を醸し出していた。
Really good.
超美味しいだそうです。
This is America.
Surprised he wasn't packing a 6.
And they describe him as he becomes bullish and boorish.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a great episode.
It is. It's like we said last time. It's a Monster of the Week episode. It's
a Monster of the Week thing.
It's strange.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
What happens to our favorite camera assistant in this season?
Oh, Kaneda.
金田が監視カメラのスタッフになったのは今から2年半前の2013年初頭。思えば数いたアシスタントの中で彼女だけが最後まで残った。時には押し入れに閉じ込められ、時には美人に小馬鹿にされ、時には念写ではあるが乳首を披露させられ、時には食事を与えられずに軟禁され、それでも彼女は弱音を吐くこともなくひたすらに働き続けてきた。決して取材が得意でもない、決して運動神経がいいわけでもない、決して優秀なアシスタントではないが、そんな彼女の存在に我々はいつの間にか魅了されていた。そんな金田が幽霊の犯した罪をかぶされ、今この職場をクビになろうとしている。
Is it Kaneda? Kaneda. Yeah. And she, we learn, becomes a prostitute. A daytime prostitute. So obviously it's very visible to take pictures of a camera that's
she was caught on security camera. And
shocker.
The whole time they were just like, we've caught this footage, and they show the footage and then they replay the footage and we're like, I didn't see it. And they're like, this is Kaneda, and we're like,
oh my god, that's our favorite, and she's a daytime prostitute now. What the hell? Okay, so obviously the producers are pissed.
Yes.
And then
the whole premise of the episode is, should we fire Kaneda or should we get her help?
Yes. And they get her help.
Well, at first, the producer he doesn't seem like an asshole about it very much. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, obviously, because they say that it's from the viewers and the viewers are upset.
Right.
So he says, obviously, if the viewers are upset, we have to get rid of her. Mm-hmm. But if it's not, if like she's possessed by a ghost or something, then it's fine. We'll just get her help and she can continue on. But if it's just nothing like that, then she's gone.
Yep. Yep. And then they take her to a restaurant, correct?
Oh my god, they find, and they talk to Kator the Warlock.
Yes, Kator the Warlock. Yeah. The famous warlock who we didn't mention in the last one.
Did we not?
No.
Oh.
No, but he almost died in the last one.
Oh, that's right, because of the buzzer.
Yes.
The stream that makes people kill themselves.
Yes. Yeah.
And he almost killed himself because of the stream.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's a character in the whole show.
He's in
I would say at least 5 or 6.
I would say that he's been in at least 3/4 of them in some sense.
Yep.
Because even the ones he's not in, they'd be like, we were recommended this person by Kator.
Yep.
The Warlock.
The Warlock.
They always refer to him as Kator the Warlock.
Yep. Nothing other than that.
Yeah. Oh, he's a good guy.
Yep.
Fun person.
Yep. So they're meeting her in the restaurant, and then
the exorcism restaurant that Kator found for them.
Well, no, before that. Remember when they find the vibrator in her purse?
Well, she's like, I was embarrassed because I found a vibrator in my purse.
And it came out of nowhere.
It just appeared.
It's just there.
It's just a magic vibrator.
Yes. It just
appeared out of nowhere.
That just came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's like, can I see it? And she's like, sure. And she just opens the bag, and there it is.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Because she claims that she's possessed by a very female, very sexual ghost.
Yep. Of course she is.
So, it being a female sexual ghost, they decided that it's an incubus.
Yes.
Not a succubus, an incubus.
Yeah. Sure. Yep. And so they obviously are referred to from Kator as this exorcism restaurant.
店主は宮原五郎と名乗り、以前は 料理人をしていた経歴を持つ霊媒師で、宮原さん曰く神のお告げを聞き、この店を開店したそうだ。
口上げ、もうちょっと大きく。見えてるんですか？
まあいるのはいるね、間違いなく。そうだね、すぐに除霊した方がいいね。お金の話なんだけど、先払いなんだけど、聞いてるかなこれは。本来は60万円なんだけども、まあカトルさんの紹介ということで、まあサービスして30万で。
財布にですか？
財布で、今財布いくら？
財布に3000円。
3000円か。銀行行ったら下ろせる。
Yes.
And this guy is sketchy as hell.
Oh my god, it's the like
I mean, it's like
schlubbiest,
it's a
sweatiest,
house.
grossest person
Yes.
cooking food for
Yes.
people.
And it's just caked in salt. Everything is caked in salt.
Literally, they zoom in on the food and there are salt crystals just covering.
I mean, you can just see it.
Yeah.
It's glistening.
And she takes one bite of it and she's like, "Ugh."
And she wants to vomit each time. And how many courses of a meal is
It's
she
a
getting?
6-course.
Woo,
It's a
just
6-course thing. And all of the first 5 courses are all super salty.
Yep.
And it's like not just small things. Like there was a thing of fish, and it's like 3 full fish.
Yep.
There's I don't know.
And you get like a noodle salad.
Yeah, she got a noodle salad, and it was
Yep.
like this big,
Yep.
and the whole thing was covered in salt.
Oh.
And she was just like, "Can I get some water?" And he's like, "No, because water attracts spirits.
Yes.
So you can't have water because it'll attract spirits." So,
which is probably the worst thing that you cannot have when you're eating nothing but salt.
So she just has to mow down all of this food. And I think the most surprising thing is that this small little Japanese woman eats all of this food.
Pounds it. Just pounds it. It's very awesome.
Yeah.
Very
no, she doesn't say it's salty. She says it's so briny.
Yeah. She says that about the fish.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they cut away, and then they see the special powder.
Oh my god! And he's sautéing some kind of meat, and then he's just taking handfuls of powder and just throwing them down into the pan. And the camera guy's like, "What's that?" And he goes, "Oh, this is exorcism powder." And he puts it back up on the shelf, and they zoom in on the tray, and it says MSG on the side.
Yeah, it's nothing but MSG.
それなんです
これは除霊の粉。これが大事。
And then
which is the worst for you.
There's like this voiceover that just says something like, it's like, at this moment we believed he was a fraud.
やっぱり特殊なやつ。
まあ、特殊っちゃ特殊かな。
スタッフは今詐欺に遭っているという自覚を持ちながら取材を行っていたが
And with her eating all that stuff, supposedly the exorcism is over.
Yeah, and she finishes eating, and they're like, "All right, now what?" And he goes, "That's it.
That's it. Bye. Get out of here. Get out of my house."
They pay him 30,000
Yes,
yen.
30,000 yen that she got from her parents.
It was the equivalent of $300.
Yes, yeah. That's quite the meal.
Yeah.
It's quite the 6-course meal that you can't have anything to drink with.
Yeah. It's just this guy's bad cooking.
Yeah. It's this guy's horrible cooking.
And then
she leaves the restaurant, and then she starts coughing and coughing, and then all of a sudden it looks like she's gonna throw up, and she does, and she throws up a black condom. which she probably swallowed during her sexcapades as a female prostitute.
It's like if you took. It looks.
It isn't even like a blown up balloon. It's like one of those balloons that you can stretch, like the clowns do.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it almost looks like it's solid. Like
Yeah.
it's got something inside of it.
Yeah, it's probably full of semen. But they say that's the
Jesus
demon.
Christ. Yeah, that's the leech demon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the leech lady in Puppet Master.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's exactly that.
Yes.
And they look down at it on the camera and it's not there.
No,
So-
it's just gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's screwed away. It grew
So
legs like the thing.
she's fine, but apparently
No, she's not.
apparently it created a permanent rift between her and the producer.
Yeah. But she's still there.
She's still there. She's still there.
But in what quantity, we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
She's still the best.
She is. She is. Yep. So, John, let's talk about our second encounter with the ghost catchers.
Well, we were going to have another encounter with Ishida.
Yes.
For those who don't know, Ishida is a man who catches ghosts in plastic bags and
Yes.
sells them for large amounts of money.
Unlike Tim, who's not going to get sold.
Unlike Tim. Tim will never be sold. He's
No.
our mascot.
Yeah,
I mean, look
yeah,
at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ishida can't be there
Nope. Or Ishida.
because Ishida was thrown into a river by a ghost and broke his leg
Yep.
while he was trying to catch it.
Yep.
So, we meet up with a guy named Ogata and I think his girlfriend.
Yep.
I think. I don't think it's stated, but
I would.
they're
think
always
so.
together.
Yeah.
Or they call her his partner
Yes.
because they hunt
Partner.
ghosts together.
Yeah.
Yep. They hunt ghosts together.
Yep.
And he's a collector, and he buys stuff from Ishida all the time, apparently.
Yep.
Like, they caught one ghost, and he said this one's worth, like 50 million yen.
Yeah.
Or, the one they're hunting is worth 50 million yen.
Yes.
Because they're hunting,
They're
a
hunting-
traditional Edo period ghost. Because all the different ghosts, like, depending on how they manifest, like, are worth more to collectors.
Yeah.
Of course they are, right?
Yep. Wow. We're in the wrong trade.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
50 million yen, that's like $200,000 or some shit.
That's a lot of money. Good amount.
Yeah. So they go out and they're trying to catch this ghost.
Yeah.
And they do.
They do.
They do eventually.
Yep.
Well, we get to see a lot of scenes of them.
It's very random.
Practicing pincer maneuvers and attacks on ghosts,
Yeah.
which is fun.
Yep.
And then we get to see them go out and hunt for this ghost, and they catch it.
They catch it.
They catch it.
俺らの中間にいるからゆっくりゆっくりゆっくりゆっくりちょっと待ってちょっと待って
え、ですか？
入った入った入った入った入った
あ、はい。
Which is a very, very bad looking ghost.
Oh yes,
Oh,
the ghost.
it's clip art.
The ghost is a gift.
Oh, it looks like something from Scooby-Doo.
It's very bad.
Yep.
But they catch it, and it's in the bag, and they're carrying it, and then the ghost freaks out, and the bag just floats up into the sky,
Yep.
off and away.
Yep, it's gone.
But apparently Ishida found it a couple days later.
Oh, okay. With his broken leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still hunting.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
And you don't just stop because a ghost threw you into a river
Yeah.
and you broke
Yeah.
your leg. I
Yeah.
mean, why
You
would
would only be just a little scared.
you wouldn't be scared?
No.
No. That's not
No.
That's not the improper thing to do.
No, no.
You keep going, and then they throw you back in the river and you break your other leg, and then you just keep back going.
Yes.
because someone's got a fist fight with ghosts on stairways in Tokyo.
Yeah. And people walking by you like you're absolutely crazy.
That's the best part of the show,
Yes.
is like when they're doing interviews and stuff, and just watching the people in the background be like,
Oh, this guy.
like, oh, that's a crazy person. Man, what else do we get? Mike,
Yes, sir.
we get Fushika.
Oh, Fushimi? Something like that.
Fushiki.
Let's go with that.
Fukishi. It's
Fukishi, yes!
Yep,
Yes.
it's Fukishi.
Okay,
The
so we'll talk
middle-aged
about
man.
Fukishi, a guy who's a fraud,
Well,
who likes to do...
They say he's a fraud.
Yes!
They outright say that this guy sends us videos all the time, and they're obviously
They're
fake.
horrible.
And it's literally like he'll just superimpose like pictures of Sadako into the background.
Yeah. Or he'll be having a bad dream, or he'll dress up and he'll have something on his head, or
just dumb things.
and so obviously they try to find him, and they find him.
Yeah, they're
which
just
they
like,
always do.
why does this guy keep
Right.
sending us false videos?
Yeah.
And they go and they do an interview with
Yeah.
him, and he's like, I'm cursed.
And he's cursed, and he's he's made fun of because he has man titties.
No,
So
he
he's-
doesn't. He has actual boobs.
Well, it's called sweet man tits.
He's called Sweet Bun Tits by the
Sweet bun
bullies at
tits.
school.
Yeah.
女性みたいにこう大きいんですよね。これもう小学校の時もうクラスの男の子に揉まれましてね、すごい嫌でした。あだ名がアンパン父でした。
アンパン父。
アンパン父、アンパン父もましてってみんなに言われるんですよ。
アンパンっていうのはこれがアンパンだという。
そうそう、アンパンの父だっていうことです。
Which he's 35 nonetheless, but he
He's-
looks like he's 65.
He's not 35.
No.
That man's dead.
Yeah. I hope he is. I hope he died a
Jesus.
miserable death.
Wow.
Poor guy. But anyways, so he falls victim to a fraud on himself.
He frauds himself,
Yes.
basically.
So he calls sex workers
All the time.
all the time.
No, what's his favorite hobby, Mike? The first thing he says to them when they get in the room and they're like, wow, this is some serious editing equipment.
Oh,
What's his...
これはですね、実はAV を編集するのが趣味でこれでいろんなたくさんの AV を撮って編集してるんです。
すごい機材ですね。
What's his hobby?
He's a porn editor.
He for fun, he takes porn videos and edits them.
Yep.
And edits things into the backgrounds and stuff.
Yes.
That's his hobby. That's what he does for fun. He
Yep.
doesn't work because his mom pays for his house.
Yes, of course. Of course she does. Yes, of course she's alive.
Of course.
Yeah.
All of his parents are alive.
Yep.
He totally didn't kill them and bury them in a basement somewhere.
No. He was probably eating them. Yeah.
That's where he gets the porn footage from.
Yeah. So the sex worker is frauding him because she's giving him,
Yeah, the phone sex lady.
yes, talisman water.
Yep. Talisman water and talismans.
Yes,
Or spiritual water or something.
something like that.
And they're looking at it and they're like, this looks like tap water.
And it was.
And
Clearly was.
it probably was.
Yes. And then she gives her psychic offerings for 200,000 yen. What is that, a monthly basis?
I thought it was a month. It might be a week.
I think it's a month. Has to be a month.
I think it's a month, and then the water, he has to drink a bottle every week.
Yes.
And
Yep.
the water is 10,000 yen a bottle.
Yep.
And then the talismans are 5,000 a bottle.
Yep.
Which is an insane amount of
Yep.
money.
Yep.
That's way too much money for any of that.
Yeah. So you wonder why he looks like he's 65 when he's 35. He only drinks one bottle of water a week.
I don't know if that's the only water he
Who knows?
drinks. I mean, that bottle was like this. So, I mean, it's a good deal.
Is it?
It's only like, what, $100 a bottle? I mean, that's...
Yes, because that's a deal.
I mean, coronavirus, water's gonna be so much more
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah. It sure is. Thanks for the outbreak.
She's just ahead of the curve.
Yep. She was profiting long before we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just think now.
Yeah.
Oh man, where's Kushika getting his water from?
I don't know.
Where's Sweet Bun Tits getting his
I don't
water?
know. I don't know.
Because she leaves him at the end.
She does, because he basically calls her a fraud, which she probably is.
He doesn't call her that.
Well, he doesn't really want her services anymore, is what he says.
Kind of doesn't.
Oh, yeah. That's why she leaves, and they try to chase her down, and then they lost her.
Yeah. Well, they chase her down, and then she, like, freaks out on them.
And then and then they give up.
Because they chase her down the road, screaming, "Are you a fraud?"
Yep. Just screaming that.
金田さん捕まえて。本当だからなんで逃げるんすか。なんで逃げるんすか。違うんですね。だから霊媒師じゃないってことですよね。認めてください。
捕まえた。
認めてください。
もう逃がさない。
ちょっと捕まえましょう。ちょっと戻りましょう。ね、もう。
Man, this is the best show ever. This is like Hoarders and all of that stupid shit.
It's kind of addicting. And then all of a sudden they kind of replay the footage back, and sure as shit, there's a like a little shadow person in the background when they first start the interview. Do you remember that?
まあそれは任せますけどね。
部屋の隅からこちらを覗き込む黒い影がはっきりと映し出されている。これは佐世保さんが言っていたこの部屋に住むたくさんの霊の一つの姿なのかもしれない。
Is that what that was?
Yes, that was a little shadow person. So maybe she was right. Maybe his house is full of spirits.
Maybe that dude's out of his mind.
Maybe he's dead.
Maybe he was dead the whole time.
Maybe he was.
Maybe he's the ghost.
Maybe. Oh, it's a loop.
Oh. Just like the first episode.
Loop.
What a segue.
Oh, I know.
I didn't even think we were going to talk about it.
Oh, it's not a bad one.
It's fine.
It's not bad. It's a shitty way to start a season.
It's not a good season opener. I'll give you that.
No.
But it is interesting.
It is. It's a little bit of a cheesier version of It Follows.
Yeah. Basically what it is it's there's a guy, and there's a tunnel in the security footage. There's a tunnel going this way, a tunnel that way, a tunnel that way, and then a tunnel this way.
Yep.
And a guy keeps running from the tunnel that comes this way, and he runs this way, and then he'll look around, and then he'll run through that tunnel, and then he comes out here, and then he'll run through that tunnel, and he comes out here.
Yep.
And he keeps running through different tunnels.
And it'll just keep on leading him back the same way.
This tunnel every single time.
It's the same one.
Yeah. And at one point he stops and he writes out a message, and he's holding it up to the camera, and then he'll look back and be like, oh, and then start running.
And it's too grainy to see what he says.
Yeah. He's writing with a pen in white, and it's an overexposed security camera.
Yeah.
So it'd be like if I asked everyone to read this.
You're not going to see what it says. Yeah. And then they realize when they just keep on replaying the same footage over and over that somebody's actually chasing him.
Well, yeah, because eventually you actually start to see these kind of ghost people.
Whatever.
Well, they're kind of see-through.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're ghosts.
Yeah.
But there's
since it's
who knows?
surveillance camera, it's probably ghosts.
Maybe it's interdimensional cops.
Oh, maybe.
And maybe he's an interdimensional robber.
Maybe
But
he's in the loop. Yeah.
And they're just
they're just jollying around,
or slow jogging after him and stuff, and he's just horrified and screaming and running, looking like.
Yeah. And that's it. It just
And
keeps
that's really
happening.
it just keeps happening. Like,
Just
it
keeps
doesn't
happening.
end.
Nope.
And they're just like, this area is currently under construction. Because when they go there,
Yes.
the man apparently wasn't seen.
Right.
Like what they talked about was that nobody saw the man at
Right.
that time.
Right.
Because there's a point where he literally like runs right up to a couple.
Yep.
And he's like, guys, and they just go right through him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they do the construction and that.
And they say that they're doing construction and they're going to remove that one tunnel.
Yep.
And they're like, what's going to happen to this guy once that tunnel's gone?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. He's stuck in the loop.
He's stuck in the loop. He's done.
Yeah. He's been done. He's been there for decades, centuries. Who knows? So that's how you start off the season, because it's like, oh, come on. I hope it was better than this.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
We were like, man, I hope we get some cool stuff in this season. And then episode 2 being that middle-aged man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
We were like,
good.
okay, here
All
we
right,
are.
Good. That first episode was a trick.
And then episode 3, I think, is the Ghost Hunter. So we get back to Ishida.
Yep.
And then episode 4, if I remember right, is when we first get to hear from Kano again.
Yes,
Kano,
our famous night
everyone's-
vision guy.
Everyone's favorite urban explorer.
Yes, our kid.
And we get to see him in a tunnel and then get charged at by 2 boys. And then he screams
And he runs, and his camera
like he
breaks
does.
up.
This is what he does, and his camera goes all over the place because he's running with the camera.
Yeah.
And he runs out into the road and gets hit by a car on camera.
He does.
And then they say he's okay.
Yep.
He was found by a night jogger.
Yep.
This is the one thing out of all of these that I'm almost certain is real because of what that footage looked like when he got hit by the car.
It's not real.
Dude,
Can't be.
have you ever seen like a camera when a person gets hit?
Yeah.
Like that's what it looks like. So I could see that. I'm not saying that the ghost part is real,
Okay.
but like I think he might have gotten hit by a car while he was fucking around.
He could have.
Because the ghosts were just 2 kids running at him.
Yes, 2 just random kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just looked like 2 people just dead sprinting at him.
Yeah.
And then he did the prudent thing, which is take off running.
Yeah. And then he got hit by a car.
And then he got hit by a car.
Yep.
And then it said that his parents found out that he was sending them videos.
Yep.
And they did not approve of the video of him sending in videos, so he's not allowed to send in videos anymore.
No.
So our favorite
Urban
Explorer,
he's gone for now.
he's gone. But later on in the season, almost at the end, it's like 7 episodes later, they're like, guess what? Who we got back? Kano, because someone specifically requested him to go into their house.
Yes.
And boy, is that dude a fucking creep.
Oh, is that an awkward moment?
Because,
That's just a whole awkward scene.
oh my god,
Especially when he brings him the beer.
every time that they're interacting together, I'm just like, oh man, is this paranormal now, or are we gonna end up seeing like, are we gonna see something we shouldn't see?
Yeah.
This seems bad.
Yeah. It's quite awkward.
This is like just the moment when Kano's sitting in the little room.
Yeah.
And the guy goes in, and he's just like, so do you have a girlfriend? I heard you have a girlfriend, or you brought a girl to the one place the one time, and he's like, oh, yeah, we weren't dating. I just like I thought a girl would like going with me or whatever, and like, yeah, I had a girlfriend once. Some stuff, and it's really weird. And then Kano obviously starts to feel weird.
眩しいですか
さっきから引いていただいてもしかしたら
これいつも使ってるやつなんですけど、
でもすごくなんか綺麗にされてます。
毎回ちゃんと洗ってるんで。
彼女さんとなんかのような方といらしたようなものがあったんで。
そういえばありましたね。そんなのありましたね。そうですね。一回女性を連れてったことはありますけど、見たいなんかそういうの興味を持ってた
そうなんですか。
彼女がいたので、
セクシーな女性の方が来てこう迫って例えばですよ連れて
いいですか？ちょっとそろそろ一人でちょっと回したいと思うので、すいません、ごめんなさい、なんか大丈夫ですか？じゃあおやすみなさい。
And then, his parents let him go because there was money promised to him.
Yes. Yep.
They promised to pay him, so it's like a job.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's the only reason that the parents let him.
Yep. And that's it.
There's a really weird ending to that one too, though.
Is there?
Like, there's something where it's just like they thought that Kano could have a career, but it turns out he wasn't very popular.
Yes, it's like they started basically
just
slandering his name. It's like, what the hell did he do to you guys?
Unfortunately, Kano is not very popular.
No, I guess not.
I was like, what? He's the one with the best footage on
exactly. It's like he's the best.
Like, it's probably fake, but like it looks better than all the other stuff that's
right.
Like, it's the stuff. Most of his stuff I could say could pass.
Mm-hmm. Except that last one with the fire lady.
Oh, but that one was cool.
That one was creepy. Actually, that was one of the creepier things in the whole episode.
Yeah,
the whole season.
That was one of the creepiest things in all of the episodes, I'd say. Like, because in the house, basically Kano, like, he's like, I gotta go to bed. Like, if you could leave, I'll stay in here. You go. And go to bed.
Please get out of here.
I have to work. And the guy's like, okay. And then there's like the fast forwarding of him sleeping, and then all of a sudden, like, the guy just bursts in and he's like, hey, and he's like, hi, and he's like, I brought beer, you want some beer?
お疲れ様です。じゃあいただきます。
加藤さんの彼女さんなんですか？すみません。どうしたんですか？なんか
寝込みをなんか襲来して。じゃあそろそろちょっとちゃんと寝て、
本当にすみませんでした。
出てくれば撮りたいと思います。
改めましてよろしくお願いします。
すみません。おやすみなさい。
失礼します。
The conversation about the girlfriend starts.
And then he starts talking to him about girlfriends again.
Yep.
And then he's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta film. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Like it's time to go to bed. And he's like, oh, okay, and like leaves.
Yeah. And then that guy finally leaves again.
Yeah. And then,
of course, he kind of was waking up.
Yeah, he's woken up by a sound, and he goes around, and there's like all sorts of pounding, right?
Yep.
Like there's a lot of pounding.
Yep.
And he goes into like the Buddhist altar room in the house.
Yep.
And like there's nothing happening. Like it all quiets down in there, and then he steps out, and like all of the sounds start again, and that was cool.
Yep.
And then he goes over and he does. They talk about his techniques, which is the pan, the side pan, where you just take your camera and you go, to try and catch a ghost.
Yeah, that's all it does.
菅野君の言う最終兵器横パーンとは映画の撮影技法のことでカメラを左右どちらか横方向に振ることであり、世の中の心霊映像のほとんどがこの技法で撮影されているのだという。横 パーンを実践することで霊を映し出す確率が断然高くなる必殺技なのだそうだ。
And he does that, and then there's just like a lady that's on fire who just starts running at him and screaming. And he starts screaming, and then there's just like fire all over the camera and stuff, and it was very cool.
It was cool. It was cool.
It looked bad.
Well, of
like
course
the fire was really bad CG, but
it was a cool concept.
Like,
I liked it.
It was very, very.
I liked it.
It was a good jump scare.
It was.
It was nice.
It was. Yep.
It was a good one. And then they said that Kano wasn't very popular.
Yeah, I was like, wow, alright, slander Kano.
Oh,
Okay.
fine, just shit all over Kano, why don't you? I mean, he's a fucking high schooler, what do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
At least he's doing things.
Yeah, at least he gets the best footage of the whole fucking show.
Right? Everything else in that show looks stupid.
Well, it does. Because every time you see the night vision, here comes Kano.
Yep.
We got another one.
Every time they're just like, we have an urban explorer, and you just see these crazy, like, abandoned buildings and stuff that he's walking through, and it's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he also had that one, I don't know if that was this season.
What's that?
I don't know what season that wasn't. The one where he's going through the abandoned building, and there's, like, the monster outside the building.
I think that's this season.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was different. It was like a big face. It was like a big mouth.
It was like a big face and a mouth that's like,
yeah.
like out the window.
2階であるこの部屋の窓から覗く不気味な顔。これは霊の存在とはまた別の姿を捉えたものではないだろうか。何にせよその得体の知れないものは見る者に恐怖を与えるには十分な存在である。
He yelled and ran.
Yeah.
But then, like, in the morning he went back and there were giant footprints.
Yeah, there were big footprints. Yeah. Yeah,
and
like dinosaur footprints.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He gets the coolest stuff.
He does. He gets the cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we only have one more. Did we talk about that guy who turns Japanese?
What, the American?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, that was the first one we talked about.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's almost near the end.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got, the two Kitamuras.
Yes.
Mike, tell us about the two Kitamuras.
Okay, so we're in a train station, and we all of a sudden see this guy who looks exactly like Kitamura.
Our friend.
Yes.
From Dark Archives.
Yes, from Dark Archives. That
Our
were the tights.
stalking pervert.
Yes. Yes.
He wears pantyhose all over his body.
Yes, because he's a creep. Which I hope doesn't exist, by the way.
Polyurethane is well known to block ghosts.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
100%.
Okay.
It's real.
Okay. We'll go with that. And anyways, they're in the train station, and they come across a guy who looks identical.
It's the same person.
I mean, it has to be the same dude. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Leave me alone. And then
he's like, I'm at the train station. I just want to go to work.
And then obviously somebody's seen the show and calls up the producers, and so they follow him down with Kaneda.
The guy with the camera also followed.
Yes.
The guy who was taking the footage, he's like, hey, Kitamura!
Yeah.
What are you doing outside?
Right.
Where are your stockings?
Right, because remember, he hasn't been outside for 18 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're obviously questioning this guy, and he's like, get away from me. So
he literally has this look on his face like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, please leave me
go
alone.
away.
Yeah. And then the producers are obviously contacted Kitamura, and he's like, I, of course, haven't been outside.
Yeah.
And then they go down there.
Well, because the entire idea behind the episode is that episode a fraud?
Right.
Is that episode fraudulent? Because we found this guy who looks just like him, and he's just wandering around.
Yep. Some random guy.
Yep. So they called him Kitamura.
Yep. And he moved. He moved because they were making fun of him.
He had to move because people freaked out on him or something.
Yeah. Like he cares because he's going outside. Jeez. So we go back to the train station, and they hound this poor guy again, and then he finally agrees to
contact them at a later date.
Yep. And then he actually does.
He does.
Yeah.
Nice of him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
And he goes to some random house or apartment.
What I've learned from the show is that people in Japan are too polite.
They're very nice.
Because if you tried that in like a big city in America, they'd be like, "Get the fuck out of my face, or I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah. Or they're packing heat and they're getting shot. Or stabbed or some shit.
In America, we just murder people.
Yeah, coughed on. Here's your virus.
Coughed on. Here's your coronavirus. Like,
leave me alone. I hope you die. And anyway, so he finally agrees to meet with him, and then they just keep on asking him if he's Kitamura, which he's not.
He's Yoshie.
Yoshie, yep. Which is like Yoshi, but Yoshie.
I think. I don't know. It sounded like it was said Yoshie.
Yeah. And they finally actually call up Kitamura, and then they are discussing things, just talking, and then they're saying how much they have in common.
Yeah.
They're the same height, same weight, same shoe size.
Same blood type.
Same blood type. Hair type. Eyes. Everything. Except the birthday.
Except their birthday.
Alright, Johnny, tell me about the birthday.
Well, Yoshie, he doesn't remember anything past 10 years ago.
Yes. Nothing.
Because his first memory is of waking up after being passed out on the street.
Yep.
On October 2nd.
October 2nd, yep.
So he took that as his birthday.
Yes. Yep.
And on October 2nd, Kitamura apparently tried to kill himself.
Yes.
And ended up in the hospital in a coma.
Yep.
Which doesn't track with his having left the house in 18 years. But I guess you could technically say that that's not willingly. So I'll give him that.
Right.
Whatever.
Yep.
But he said that was on October 2nd.
Yes.
And there was something about him.
He has a dream.
Oh, he had a dream about trying to eat a beef bowl at a restaurant, but not having enough money to pay.
Yep.
So the employees just beat the shit out of him and left him to die outside.
Maybe it isn't better than an American city.
Which is the best. Everyone should do that.
We're in Boston.
I'm condoning everyone to try and beat the shit out of each other.
No!
That's what they do to you.
Gotta have civility.
That's what they do to you in Texas.
Oh, fuck Texas.
In Texas, they don't do that. They just shoot you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, you can't pay?
Yeah, real nice. So Yoshie has the same. Basically, that's how he woke up.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yep.
His last memory was waking up after being beaten.
Yep.
By a bunch of people because he couldn't pay because he had no money.
Yep. And so they're thinking, is it a doppelganger?
And if it's a doppelganger, if a doppelganger meets, if someone meets their doppelganger, then the doppelganger dies.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Well, no, Karat, the warlock, says if you see the doppelganger,
if you see your doppelganger, then
you die. Yeah.
But if you meet the doppelganger, then it dies.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And so
then wouldn't the ideal thing be to just leave these people the fuck alone?
Yes. Don't let them meet.
Just leave them alone.
Right.
Let the this guy go to work.
Right.
Don't accost people on train stations.
Right. He's just some random guy.
Yeah.
And so they meet. Mm-hmm. And it's quite awkward. I mean, they like the same tea.
Literally, he pulls out some tea and he's like, I get that tea all the time.
Yeah. It's coincidence. Nothing more than that.
And they hang out, and Kitamura teaches him all of his spiritual rituals.
To keep him away.
And things like that, and teaches him about wearing pantyhose on his head and all the weird bullshit that
And
he
it's
does.
the first shot that they showed together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they show the shot of them together.
北村さんは最後の最後に念のためと言って幽霊の追い払い方を吉江さんにも伝授することにした。
これも効果があるんですよ。一緒にやりましょう。
Which is nice, because Kitamura can only have one visitor at a time, so none of the crew could go in with him, so Yoshie had to hold the camera. Yoshie, yes, holds the camera. Not a cameraman.
No.
Filming an actor. No.
Yes, it is. All actors, including Kano, who was hit by a car.
No, Kano's just a high school kid trying to make money.
But anyways, they don't die.
No.
They don't die, but when Yoshie does get out of the house, or the apartment, he says, this is the most creepiest dude I've ever seen, and I don't ever want to go near him
So what did
again.
you think? And he's like, well, we do seem to... He's like, he looks a lot like me, but that dude's really fucking creepy.
He's really weird.
And I don't like him.
No.
Maybe all of the stuff we have in common was really just like... It was just a coincidence
just by
after all.
chance.
どうでした？変な人ですね。正直ちょっと気持ち悪かったです。思ったんですけど、ただの空似じゃないですかね。ただもういいですね。
And then they called it up and they followed up later, right? How long after was it?
I think 3 months?
Something like that.
It's a couple months.
Yeah. And they called up Kitamura, and Kitamura was like, nothing's changed.
No, shocker.
It's exactly the same as it's always been.
Yeah.
You know? And then they call up Yoshie, and Yoshie doesn't answer.
No. So they're thinking, is he dead, or did he block their number?
Yeah, they're like, did he die? Did something happen to Yoshie? Or maybe he just blocked our number.
Maybe he wants nothing to do with us anymore, which is a shock.
Really? You wouldn't want anything to do with people who crammed you in a room with an obviously insane person?
Yeah.
No.
Shocker.
Oh, no, I want to be around those people all the time.
I just want to live my life. Leave me alone. Don't accost me in a train station ever again.
Maybe just don't accost people in train stations. I guess that's the moral of the whole story.
Yep. Leave these people to their own devices.
Such a good show.
Yep.
So fun.
That's really it. I mean, that's it. That's the highlights for the season.
Pretty much. You should watch this. You should get J-Edge. You could also watch Taxi Cat and or Cat Taxi.
Cat Taxi.
Is it Cat Taxi?
Yep.
I thought it was Taxi Cat.
I don't know. I'm never gonna watch it.
Taxi Cat is fun because it's kind of like a pun.
Yeah.
Like Taxi Cab, Taxi Cat.
Yeah.
It's about a cat that crawls into a cab, and the driver lets the cat sit in the passenger seat, and it changes his life forever.
Yeah. Sounds great.
I mean,
sounds like quite the watch.
They made 3 seasons in a movie at least.
What is this on?
J-Edge.
And where is that on?
It's $3.99 a month on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So make sure you get that during the outbreak. So
you can watch like all 84 Gachibon movies and all of the Jinko game movies and the Joker game movies.
Yeah.
And Kamashiba Cubbish Puppy.
Whatever that is.
There are like 10 movies and 4 shows.
Yep. Enjoy. Have fun with that.
You can watch Therapy Cat. It's just
there's a lot of stuff on there to watch. A lot of
The
crap.
Voice of Dogs.
Yeah. Anyways.
Hikiko versus Sadako.
Yeah, which
Hikiko versus Kokiri.
I don't know.
Kokuri.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hikiko versus the Slit-Mouthed Woman.
Yeah. And we could just go on and on and on.
I think that's literally everything that's on there.
Yeah.
Now, you can watch like 8 million found footage shows.
Yeah, there's
about
a lot
people
of them.
committing suicide.
Yeah, there's a lot of those which are very unsettling.
Yeah, just watch. It's basically this show, except if you just want to watch people kill themselves.
Yeah,
over
which is
and
not
over
good.
Again. It's a real bummer when the show advertises itself as like a paranormal show, and the first thing you see is a 20-minute segment about people killing themselves violently.
Yeah, which is shitty.
Yeah. Or they're like, these people all killed themselves in a car.
Yeah.
We're gonna follow them.
Yes.
Look, here are all the dead people in the car.
Yeah.
It's like, great, this is fucking horrible. Why are you doing
wasting
this?
my life. Yeah. So just don't watch that. Watch this.
Yeah, don't watch that. You watch Paranormal Surveillance Camera, and maybe nothing else.
Yeah.
Paranormal Surveillance. Cheap Rent is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
We're liking that.
That was alright.
I mean, episode 2 sucked.
Yeah.
The first episode was really cool.
Yeah, it had its moments.
It's like House Hunters, but for shitty haunted apartments.
Right. Yep. Yeah, so that's all we got on Paranormal Surveillance Camera.
I guess so.
Psychosis. Yeah.
We're watching Transcendence next,
Yes.
I think.
画面左から走り出てくる。まずはその一部をご覧いただこう。